Yo, what's good, guys? I'm back again with another video. This is Pips of Africa. I'm back with part one of the market structure. This is the market structure part one. So I'm here to talk about just a few things. Let's say this one, the market was going bearish, going down, all right, going up. What's wrong? All right, the market was going down, going up, creating the lower high, lower low, lower high. Maybe let's say the price is now breaking this lower high, right? The price is now breaking this lower high here. You can see somewhere here, there's a break of market structure. Just want to show you something that is very important. Just want to show you something that is very important here. All right, so if you check here, you can see that there's a break of market structure. The structure was going to the downside. I want you to get these things, to know these things. Because even the market makers are now using the market structure to manipulate you guys. Because they know that if they push the price to the upside, above this high here, all the traders in the world will now conclude that the price is now changing from being bearish to be bullish. I hope you can hear that. The market makers, they use the market structure to manipulate us now. There's a true break of market structure and a fake break of market structure. Let me repeat that. There's a true break of market structure and also the fake break of market structure, right? How can you tell if this break of market structure is real? Let me repeat that. The question is, how can you tell that this break of market structure is real or not? Let's get into it. I'm sure you're going to like this one now. All right, so this is the break of market structure, right? The market makers are using the break of market structure. They will go ahead and break the structure because they know that you can see that the structure is going bearish. Was bearish, like here. And then now you suddenly see that, oh, okay, now the market is now breaking to the upside, has broken the lower high, the recent high. Some people, you have seen these things so many times in the chart. Now, because the structure is now broken, you must always check that, is this one a true break of market structure, or is it a fake break of market structure? Or it is a fake break of market structure? How can you tell? The question is that now you're asking yourself, how can you tell that this break of market structure is real or not? Because you've seen the structure, you've seen that the structure was bearish all along for this whole month. Now the market makers are now pushing the price above the high. Is this one a true break of market structure? Let's get into it. What we have to do is this. You already know that before the price tries to push to the upside, it has to grab liquidity, right? Like this. Let me show you this. This is the structure. Going down, going up, going down, going up, breaking this high here. Now, here we have to see an order block here. If this one is a true break of market structure, if there's no order block, at least liquidity must have been taken out, right? At least liquidity must have been taken out before the price has to take liquidity underneath this double bottom here, and then they move to the upside. This one can be a true break of market structure. If we see that liquidity was taken out before we see this big bullish move, then this one, we can now say that this one, we can now confirm that this one is a true break of market structure. We need to see the liquidity being taken out. if there was no liquidity that was taken out, at least we have to see the bullish order block. Let me repeat that scenario. If you want to confirm if this break of market structure is true or not true, right? If it's a true break of market structure or not, you have to see at least the price taking. You have to see at least that the price, I mean the liquidity was taken out before the big bullish momentum took place, right? We need to see the liquidity being taken out. If there was no liquidity that was taken out, right? You need to see at least a bullish order block somewhere. You need to see a bullish order block somewhere here. That caused the market to break the structure, right? Let me show you something, another one here, another example. I'll come back to this one. Just want you to get this thing right? This is another one. Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, break of market structure, right? The break of market structure. Let's say here there was an order block above this high here. There was an order block above this high, right? There was an order block above this high. And then this lower high here was not a real lower high. It was there as a manipulation to manipulate you, right? This lower high here, you can see this was lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. And then all the traders in the world, they will regard this one as a lower high. In fact, this one is not a lower high. This one is there to manipulate you so that you can place a sell when the price reaches this zone here. Then the price will then broke to the above, to the upside to mitigate the order block that is here, the bearish order block that was here, right? If there's an order block here, and then this high has no order block, this one here, and then the price can easily break above this lower high here to actually mitigate this one, and then the price will then continue to the downside, break this low again. This low will not maintain, right? Let me repeat that one more time. You're going to be profitable this year if you follow what I'm saying here. Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. This is the lower low, the lower high with an order block. There's an order block here. On this lower high, there's an order block. On this high, there is no order block on this high, right? There's no order block here. Here, there was an order block even here. They say here there's no order block, but let's just focus on this high and this low, and also this high here. So if there's an order block that was not mitigated here, what do you think is going to happen here? Because above this high here, there's an order block above. And then you can expect the market to push above this high. You can expect the market to push above this high here, right? You can expect the market to push above this high. Then you will see, I mean, a lot of traders, they'll mark this one as a real lower high, as a true lower high. In fact, the market makers introduced this lower high to manipulate the traders in the market so that they would think that the structure is now bearish. But in fact, the structure is not, yes, the structure is bearish, but this high, the market makers will not count this high. They're only respecting this high above here, above this one. And then they will then go ahead and push the market to the upside, pretend as if they want to push the market to the downside, and then the market will break above. And then we can finally see the big shoot to the downside, breaking this lower high. So this is the true lower high, not this one. This one was serving as a manipulation. Some lower highs and lower lows are just there to manipulate traders in the market. It is simple as that. If you can read the price in that way, Because if you see the high, the lower high, let's say you see the lower high and the lower low, you must check what is above that lower high. Maybe there's an imbalance above the lower high, or there's an order block that was not mitigated, or the imbalance that was never closed, right? Above the lower high or above the high, because the structure is already we get ready to see that the structure is now bearish. So if the structure is bearish, you must check above the current high and below the current low if there was an order block that was not mitigated there. If there's an order block above this high here, above this high, you must expect the market to break this high in order for it to mitigate that order block that you see above this high here. Then the market will then shoot to the downside. So this is the secret. Based on the market structure. Before you conclude that the market is now going bearish, you must check all those things. Once again, let me just go back there. Right? So you can see that somewhere here, there's this high here. There's a high, a low. Right? For this Birkhoff market structure to be true, we need to see the price taking liquidity before we see the big bullish momentum, the strong impulse. The market makers have to take liquidity or grab liquidity from the sell side. This is the sell side, right? We need to see the liquidity being taken out before we see the big shoot to the upside. For this Birkhoff market structure to be true, or we need to see what I was talking about there. Let's say here there's an order block. Let's say that above here, there's this order block. On this high, do you think this high is going to hold the price? It will not hold, but the price will be going for this high, will be going for this order block. So therefore the price will break this high to go and mitigate this order block above this high. And then we're going to see the price going to the downside, right? So this lower high here is serving as what? As a manipulation. Is there to manipulate traders. So as the market keeps on going to the downside like this, traders will be expecting to buy the market here because they believe that the market has already broken the structure. Let me try to make this thing clean. Right? There's an order block here on this high. Order block here on this high. There's nothing on this above this high, right? There's this order block above this high here. There's this order block above this high here. And then traders will go ahead and say, oh, right, there's a Birkhoff market structure now. Because they see this high being broken, right, by the price. And then even smart man traders will be waiting to buy the market here. We'll be waiting to buy the market here. When the market comes back here, smart man traders will be adding positions, buy positions here, stop loss, they will be below here. Thinking that the market will go to the upside. The market will not do that. The market will continue breaking the structure. Because this high here that was broken here, it was not a true lower high. It was not a true lower high. A true lower high is this one here. This one was serving as a manipulation because above this lower high, there was an order block here, which was not mitigated. You must check above each and every high if there's an order block that was not mitigated. If you do that, you will become profitable. Do not regard this high as a true lower high. But you must start by checking what is above this lower high to confirm if the market is going to hold when it reaches this zone and then drop. If there's an order block above this high, the market will then continue going to the upside, mitigating this one and then shoot to the downside. So this is how you tell if the Birkhoff market structure or a Birkhoff market structure is a true one or not. If it's a fake market structure, that is how you're going to trade. You're going to tell. Okay. Let me repeat that once again, because you need to get these things right. The price was going up, going down, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. You can see that the market is now going bullish, but we can't conclude that the market is bearish now, is bullish. We need to check inside this higher low. If there's an order block, we need to mark it like this, right? And then this low here, this higher low, will serve as a liquidity, right? There will be liquidity below this higher low, meaning the price will then go down, and then inexperienced traders will say there's a break of market structure, the price is now going bearish. In fact, the price is still bullish. It is going down to mitigate the order block that is inside here, inside this higher low here. It will mitigate it and then continue going to the upside. You can see that someone who placed a sell here is now being taken out. It's now being taken out. You must check what is below this higher low. If there's an order block here, you must not be surprised when you see the market breaking below this low, this higher low. The market will come down here to mitigate this order block and then finally shoot to the upside. That is what is going to happen. Simple as that. Right? It is simple as that. So now what I want to tell you traders is that you must go and practice these things. Practice, 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 practice until you become perfect. Practice, 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 practice until you become perfect. Okay, so let's then go to another example. Let's go to another example. You can see here the price is ranging. This is the final example. Going up, going down. Right? Now we have marked the high, the low, and then now the market is now inside this high and this low. The market is going like this, up, down, up, down, up, down, right? You see that the market is now ranging. You must go back here and check if there is a bullish order block here. You mark it up. When the London or New York session kickstart, the market will shoot to the downside, mitigating this order block and then shoot to the upside. This is what is going to happen. So I'm going to come back with the part 2 of the market structure. So enjoy the rest of the day. South Africa is signing out. Peace.